And good afternoon, everybody. Welcome back to another RSG Lunch Stream. I'm Ranger J 1999, your host and part of the RSG crew. Glad to have everybody here. If you're new and wondering what the hell is this is our lunch stream. This is where we hang out with you wonderful folks for the next hour and a half, however long it takes, where we will answer your questions, have some fun, bring you something fun to listen to during your workday, whether you're listening to us live or listen to us later on, whether you're downloading this as a podcast or going back and listen to the replay on YouTube. Glad to have everybody here. If you have questions, go ahead and put those in there. We will get those scooped up. Make sure you put question print your statement, and we will go ahead and get those scooped up through the software we use. A couple announcements: we are using a new emulator today. We're using BlueStacks, so we got that up and running. We got a lot of stuff that we're using. We are using Zoom now. We were doing all kinds of crazy stuff, and to help talk about it, of course, is my partner in crime, the one and only troll extraordinaire, Dr. Finn, Medicine Woman.
Yes.
Thanks for that insightful information, Finn. Your help as always.
You're welcome.
Oh my god. Also, someone who joins us, hopefully he says more than that, is, of course, the one and only Solus One, Mr. Gingivitis, Saintly Red.
Don't don't count on it.
What? All right, I want you to go invite someone that'll actually talk, Finn. You two suck today. God bless America.
Well, let's invite Farquhar. Hi, Farquhar.
Hi.
Say hi to
Hi,
Ranger.
everyone.
He needs some company because apparently Stanley.
Yeah, I guess these two knuckleheads just don't want to talk.
I've got
I'll-
I got a different quiz today though. I've got trivia about Die Hard since it's Christmas time.
Very nice. So we'll do that here in a little bit. Miss Farquhar, how are you today?
I'm wonderful.
And we are going to
Very
we're going to be doing your roster review today.
yes, and I am still kind of on a high from getting my 7-star Chewy yesterday.
Yay! Very nice. Congratulations. All right, so since Finn's a knucklehead, so we have decided to we were expanding as we always do to try to make our streams better. We are using Zoom now, and it's turned out pretty good. So we're going to be able to do a lot of cool things with Zoom for moving forward. The other thing is we were able to get BlueStacks downloaded, and we're using that as our emulator now. Mimu was a thing of the past, Finn. We are now using BlueStacks, and so we've got that going on. So there's going to be a lot of cool stuff. I was working yesterday, and Finn were working diligently yesterday to. I've got the Xbox connection working. The game works, so Battlefront will be coming back hard and heavy very soon. I got everything scored away. It looks solid. The only thing is the screen that I do have right now, waiting for another screen to come in because it looks a little funky when we're doing it. So we just need to get that scored away, and then I will be hard and heavy back into the Battlefront 2. All right. That being said, welcome everybody. Get your questions in. Glad to have everybody in the chat. If you haven't already, hit the thumbs up on the video. It helps us with monetization and getting our content out there. So please, if you could, support the channel. That's one way to do it, is to give us a thumbs up on the video. Stop what you're doing. Just go give us a thumbs up on the video right now. If you haven't subscribed already, and what are you waiting for? Obviously, you watch us. You like the content. We do a lot of live streaming. The best way to know about it is to hit the thumbs up on the thumbs up is to subscribe and hit the bell icon so you can get notifications on when we're doing our streams. So that's a great way to do it. Patreon is also available if you'd like to support the channel and all our endeavors as we keep upgrading gear and all this other stuff to keep trying to bring you guys quality content that you enjoy. Please maybe consider becoming a Patreon sponsor. And then Finn, we've got the ACS stuff going, and I've got that as part of the skin. You can see on the bottom there we're at $4,358.13 out of $15,000. We are raising money for the American Cancer Society, so we will get into that there. But if you'd like to become a sponsor, we've got all that stuff linked below. Correct, Finn?
Yeah, that's correct. So again, we're hoping to hit 4,500 before the end of the year. So that's one of our target goals. There is going to be a big mail out of a bunch of wristbands happening at the beginning of January. And also, we are getting ready to produce our first RSG shirt for those that are coming down to Orlando. And the names that will be on the shirt are all of those that are donating probably by the end of the year for our first draft of the shirt. So if you would like your name on the shirt that we are producing, make sure that you do donate either to the Tiltify or to the American Cancer Society page, and we will get your name on the shirt. We already have the list of the people that helped us with the GoFundMe that got us to this point. So we have that, and now we are working on the next shirt. And again, the proceeds from those shirts will go to the American Cancer Society. So if you guys want your name on the back of the shirts that we'll be wearing when we're in the parks, it's probably not going to be the one that we're going to wear while running. But when we're in the parks, except for Grande, who has a challenge up to wear a shirt that says "I am CG Carey's pool boy," everything, all the other times, we'll probably be wearing our RSG Stu Strong shirt that we are going to make for those of you guys that are going to be joining us. So make sure if you want a wristband, now is the best time to get it because you will get your name on the shirt.
There you go. All right, Miss Farquhar, are you ready for your Ross review? All right. So let's look at now. What's the first thing you want us to look at there, Lady Farquhar?
I don't even know.
Okay.
Yeah, just be really mean.
Oh, Finn, we've given permission to get ugly.
Farquhar.
I know. We're never mean, even with Tits. She just gets frustrated with us because we call her out and stuff. All right, so right now your galactic power, you're at 2,590, so basically 2.6. It looks like you're doing really well in fleets. It looks like you're running Houndstooth, Advanced Tie, Biggs is your starting lineup. Interesting, that's a good lineup. It looks like you're doing fine in Fleet Arena. So it looks like the first thing that jumps out to me is you're having a little problem with Arena. Now, is that what's happening with your arena rank? Are you just not having the time to do it? Or is it a team you have? What's going on with there?
A little bit of I don't care.
Okay.
It'd be awesome if I could get higher, I guess, but I'd usually just do my 2 battles and finish my activities, call it a day. But yeah.
Can I throw something at you? Why arena's a little bit more important? Now you're getting crystals, right, for your fleet arena, which obviously you seem to enjoy, right? So with your current rank, you're getting 100 crystals from that every day. Now, if we can just get you to do 5 battles of arena every day, if you have the time, I don't know if you have the time, if that's a factor. But if we can get you to get a little bit higher in your rank, that's more crystals. More crystals allows you to do more things with your roster. Does that maybe incentivize you a little bit to maybe do a little bit better in arena?
Yeah.
Okay. And now the team you're currently running is Palpatine, Scion, Vader, Nihilus, Thrawn, standard team. How are you doing with your Traya?
I just recently joined the guild and started getting Traya shards.
Okay.
I have about 40.
Okay, so a little ways to go, but so that'll be a big help to you in the future. So let's kind of look at your roster and see what we got and see what we can do. So the first thing I like to look at is where you at with legendary characters. So we know you just got Chewbacca at 7 stars, right?
Yep.
Yay! So we can start throwing him into your Rebel Alliance. I'm telling you, Farquhar, that CLS Han Solo Chewbacca is amazing. You will live it.
Oh, and by the way, I had ignored my Han Solo for way too long. It was kind of sad, but I did get him to 12 2 days ago.
Yes, so I can see that. You got the Zeta. Did you put the bayonet on him yet?
I did.
Oh, very nice. See, that's what I'm talking about. All right.
I was like, if I'm going to spend all this time on Chewie, I might as well have his buddy.
Yeah. And now how are we looking for... Well, let's just go to your Rebels, because we'll just kind of filter by each one. Let's see. Let's go to Rebels, and let's see what you got here. So we got CLS R2 Han, Biggs is 12, Akbar is 11 for Fleet. I understand that totally. I'm not seeing the Golden God himself in there, so I guess your Ewoks are not ready to go for the 3PO event?
No. I am collecting their shards.
Okay.
But I haven't been updated, so you wouldn't be able to see it. But I'm close to getting the 5 that I need to 7 stars, but they're like Gear 1, Level 1.
Did you not attempt to get him to 5-star? Because it looks like you
No.
had the crew for a 5-star.
Yeah, you had enough.
I didn't try.
Oh,
Okay.
All right, so 3PO, we need to get these guys at least for 5 stars. I mean, you might as well continue farming them and be ready for when it rolls back around because 3PO is disgusting. That team of CLS, Han, Chewbacca, R2, and 3PO is nasty. It is a nasty team that you can use in multiple areas, events, territory battles, territory wars. It is a nasty offensive team. It does okay on defense, but on offense, since you're controlling the target that they go after, oh my god. Oh my god. We were just messing around with him on Miss's show yesterday, just playing around with a little bit, and he was like amazed. And I even told him, like, I even use 3PO for like the Ewok event now. I don't even use Short Trooper anymore. I was like, 3PO, get in there and make something of yourself. And by God, does that droid make things so much easier. So 3PO is a legendary character we got to work on, so you're working on that. The other one is Revan. So let's look at how you're doing on your Old Republic. The Republic.
I am
Very nice.
eight shards away from 7-star Zelbar. None of them have gear on them.
That's okay.
Bastila,
You know,
but,
you're probably
yeah,
going to need to
8
get to
shards and
7.
I'm done.
Yes. So, mission's done. T3. How far away are you from T3? He's 6 stars.
Oh, I'm done with all of them. I
Okay.
just haven't upgraded them except for Zalbar. I have 8 shards left.
8 shards left. Right. Okay. Yep. I'm not in the same boat. I got like 20 shards, I think, for T3. So, so very good job on that. So those are the 2 legendary characters we need to focus on next. So you pretty much have your Old Republic squared away. So when Revan comes around, get them Gear 8, Gear 9. You know, probably. I mean, and these characters are really good. Zalbar and Mission are really, really good combination together. So maybe eventually we want to invest a little bit of time and energy into them. But for now, you know, you've got them farmed. So when Revan comes back around, we can square those away. Now, 2 characters you may want to work on for gear wise is Jolie and Bastila because they're 2 important cogs in the Revan team. The other 2 is, of course, Hermit Yoda, Grandmaster Yoda, or Hermit Yoda. I mean, there's a lot of different combinations. Let's see how your Jedi look. Let's look at those.
Yeah, I just started working on gearing my Jedi. So
Okay.
I have Jolie and Bastila in my favorites right now.
Good.
Except
Very nice.
I took a little detour yesterday to start my Chewie.
That's okay. Get your Chewie up. That's fine. You got time. There's no rush. I see you got Grandmaster Yoda, Zeta, gear 11. Good. You work on your Hermit Yoda gear. That's fine. Probably have to put the Zeta on him as well. I mean, he has 2. I did both, but that's what
Which Zeta would take priority there?
I have to. What's the name of it? I have to actually look because I just went completely blank. Yeah, don't step in or help anything, Finn. Why don't you just shut your hole? Strength floats from the
Will
Force. That's the one you want to do too, because that the one that does the healing thing and everything like that. I haven't done do or do not, because that's just whenever an ally with master training is defeated, those cooldowns are reset. It's like
It's a fun one to have.
it's a fun one to have, but it's not necessary. So that's just
There, I contributed.
Shut up, Finn.
Thanks, Finn.
Yeah, thanks, Finn. See, even Farquhar's getting frustrated.
You're welcome,
with you.
Farquhar.
She's ready to punch you in the face. Like, thanks, Finn. Thanks for the insight. So looking good there. We got 7-star Chewie. So we'll just start going through your roster and just looking at your bounty hunters. I'm pretty sure going to look great. They do look fantastic. Got the Zeta Bosk on there, which is really good because you've got your Houndstooth that you're working on. So that's always good to have him ready. Let's go down the line. So let's look at your teams that you're using for Heroic Sith. Now that you're in a Heroic Sith guild, so let's look at the first one. Let's look at the JTR team. Looks really good. You've got JTR, R2, BB-8.
Yeah, my Ray.
Troopers 11. Your Scav Ray's 9, but that's okay. Finn's sated with 11. Holdo's 11. Awesome job with your resistance team. I'm really liking what you've done here with your roster so far. Let's look at.
Okay, so looking at gear is one thing, right? But there's a few other things we can look at with regards to your resistance. So one of the real benefits to taking BB-8 to gear 12 is not that he's gear 12, but it's because he gets the multi-tool. And you don't have a multi-tool on your BB-8. Yeah.
Okay.
So the best part of the reason for the multi-tool is that because he attacks so much and you want him to survive, that he gets the additional health steal plus all the crazy amounts of stats and stuff that he gets with that. The health, the strength, agility, tactics, like he gets pretty much everything. And he'll get the health steal plus tenacity and potency. I mean, he becomes much more formidable with the multi-tool. Now, it's not necessarily like super game changing, but it is something that increases the survival of your BB-8. So if you're looking for more heroic Sith damage and stuff like that, getting the multi-tool on your BB-8 is going to be one thing that you can definitely do in order to help you there.
Okay. And I should probably take Trooper to 12.
Yeah.
Trooper is a good one to take to 12, yes. And he is much easier to get to 12 than Scavenger Ray. Even if they were the same level, like the same gear level, Resistance Trooper is a lot easier to get to gear 12. So, yes, I would definitely take your Resistance Trooper to gear 12. And you have your Hermit Yoda at 7-star. Now, he's a little bit low gear, but the best part about Hermit Yoda is that he kind of just hides. So, even at gear 7, you can use him as the 5th on your Jedi Training Ray team for like the phase 1 of the Heroic Sith.
I just started putting gear on him last week.
Okay. And so gear 7 is actually fine. I mean, I would say get him to gear 10, because at gear 10 he gets some of the Mark 6 thermal detonators that give him like a little additional speed. And I think there's 2 pieces that give him that. So once you do that, that helps you a little bit with regards to getting the speed on Hermit Yoda, which is all that really matters. So speed set plus a little bit of extra gear. You definitely need to get mods on him because you only have 4 mods on him. So
oh God,
I know you just worked on him, so I'm not expecting
my mods yesterday.
Yeah.
And then I went
to bed
early.
Yeah, but for him to mod him, you want him with speed, and the speed on Hermit Yoda will help you not only in Heroic Sith, but also in like pretty much anywhere else you want to use him. Territory Wars, Grand Arena, even if you end up using him in regular arena. I mean, all you need him to do is be fast, and that'll help you.
There you go. I'm looking at your Night Sisters.
Yeah, that's just sad.
I'm looking at your Night Sisters.
Very sad.
We got some work to do here. You're done a great job of farming the stars, so we got to finish Zombie. I would say Talia and Talzin, get them to 7 stars. This is the team that you want for Phase 4 of the Sith Raid. It is amazing. You want the 2 Zetas on Asajj and at least the unique on Mother Talzin. That team on Phase 4 for the Heroic Sith Raid, and just in general, is really, really, really good. So, Night Sisters may be a team that you may want to focus in on. Ewoks, you just farm your stars and stuff until the event gets closer around next time. So that's one thing to farm their stars. But for stars in gear, Night Sisters might be a way to go. After you work on some of those other characters that you're working on, like Chewie, stuff like that. But Night Sisters, I think, is the next faction you need to work on.
I'll throw him a bone because I know he's waiting for it. You're never gonna beat Hideous in Heroic Sith if you don't get your Night Sisters up.
Yeah, how you gonna beat Hideous?
He's been waiting for that the whole time. There you go, Hideous.
Yes, and I'm also supposed to ask you how I'm supposed to beat Hideous in Grand Arena.
That's really easy. Go visit him and hit him upside the head with a tire iron.
Yeah. I'm like, Farquaad, what are you doing?
Solution found.
It's like, Farquaad, what are you doing here?
I would never hit Hideous.
All right.
Fine, just trap him in the trunk until Grand Arena's over.
That's right. Look, ooh, piece of candy.
For what it's worth, and we love Hideous.
Yeah,
we give him a hard time every now and then. He does the same thing to us, so
Yes.
we love Hideous.
Yes,
but
that's
he
true.
has developed his roster really well. There's very little fluff GP. Your roster also has very little fluff GP. I went to the bottom and saw a bunch of level 1 gear 1 characters, which is very nice to see.
Yep.
So you've actually done a good job not having too much fluff. And the characters that you do have kind of worked up right now are characters that you want to gear up anyways. And so it puts you on the right track in order to get very usable characters for all the different game modes. So when you're looking at if you want to beat Hideous or whoever else, right? Just keep working on a lot of the characters you've already started kind of pre-gearing, but take them all to gear 11 first before kind of shifting around. And that will get you focused on one faction at a time and then get you through each of the different factions. You'll work up different teams. You'll get more usability out of your full roster, and it'll minimize your GP bill.
So
I will have to say that not having Night Sisters for this 3v3 like hurt so bad.
Yes. I'll tell you the first thing you can do, though, just looking at what you had for Night Sisters, take your zombie to gear 10.
Yes.
Immediately. Because if you ever do anything with the Night Sisters, right, they are fully reliant on zombie and not a weak zombie. Whenever you see a weak zombie on defense in Grand Arena or Territory Wars now, it's like an instant target because you don't get all those additional reses. So you have to take your zombie to gear 10. So as soon as you start working on your zombie, that would be the very first thing I do. Forget about Asajj, Daka, Talzin, all of that. Get your zombie up to gear 10 because if she doesn't have that ability, you're done. Like, your Night Sisters are not worth it.
So one other thing, your Imperial Troopers now look great. Colonel Stark is one character you need a mod speed on. Okay, crit chance, crit damage is fine, or you can go speed set, like crit chance and speed set. You want your Colonel Stark. He's gear 11 right now. May want to take him to gear 12 first. The reason I say that is you need to get his speed above 230. That's when because he's the engine that drives the Imperial Troopers. The others are gear 11. That's fine. That's fine if you don't need to really do much else with that. I think you do have the Zeta on Veers. I'll go back and look, but you don't even have a square on there. But I would go back, even if it's lesser speeds.
I stole his square yesterday.
Yeah,
probably.
So you want him. Goal is to get him to above 230. The reason I say that because the last phase in Dark Side territory battles is important. Plus having him above 240 for some of the teams they beat. I think mine's 246. It just makes it so much easier. If he goes first, you have a high chance of winning.
Well, I don't even have IPD unlocked, so I can't do that last mission anyways.
Well, you can.
Yes, I will get there.
Yeah, so if you do this, because the team that I go now, I had a bad RNG the last time I did I don't even go in there with Short Trooper. I'm working on Range Trooper because he's going in there eventually, but it's going to be a while before I have him 7 stars. But IPD with Stark, Death Trooper, Snow Trooper, and Veers, especially since they'll go first, is ridiculous. I mean, it is absolutely ridiculous because Stark goes first and then they just start tearing up the rebels. It's insanity how hard they hit, especially once you have them gear 11 plus. It's crazy how good they are, but you have to get your Stark above 230 because if they go first, you're done. But if you get your Stark above 230, he does his buff. They all they get all the buffs. They get the turn meter, and then you're off to the races. And it's really, 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 really solid. So that's something you may want to look at as well for your Imperial Trooper team. But they're gear 11. Death Troopers gear 11. Snow Troopers gear 11. Shorsh 10. That's fine. I mean, he's just a tank.
I stopped when he needed 2 stun guns.
It's a hard thing to look at. Yeah, I know. It's
I can't do it. I sat there with the pluses for a while. I'm like, nope, they're going somewhere else.
Yeah, I understand. First order looks solid.
Okay, I feel like I have to do this now because otherwise I'm going to get in trouble. Farquhar, do you have any questions for Loki? Because I'm sure he just wants to hear you talk.
What? Is he even here?
Of course Loki's here. Loki's always looking.
I am. I'm cooking breakfast.
Oh, look! Well, why don't you say something? Why do you always do this, Loki?
Listening to Farquhar.
I don't even know. I wouldn't even know what to ask him. He is like, I don't know, God level. This game, I'm way, way above my head.
I like listening to Ranger talk right now, though. I'm learning a lot, man.
No, why you gotta be like that, Loki? Why are you like this?
Oh, I'm not.
So Loki,
I agree with you with Stark. I think he's gotta be fast as hell, man.
Well, I'm glad you approve.
That dude's good.
Breakfast man, sexy Buddha.
What are you making?
He's probably cooking some girl breakfast. It's ridiculous.
I'm cooking steak and eggs. That's what I'm cooking right now.
Okay.
Because I was off this whole week, so it's been cool. I don't have to go.
Oh,
to work.
yeah, you didn't want to hang out with us and stuff. Okay, that's fine. You've been doing your
I
thing.
can now, yeah.
Mm-hmm. You've been out making money by just walking into some place and being the ladies' man that you are. Ridiculous. Probably built 2 lightsabers while in your downtime.
I'm trying, yeah. A lot of good stuff. Yeah, Stark's gonna be fast. Yeah. He's good.
Yeah, he's really good. He's the most important piece in my opinion.
You know my 3v3. If they keep this 3v3 up, then I'm really I'm gonna start modding Range Trooper up a little bit more. But I think the big 3 I used last Grand Arena was Veers and Stark and Range Trooper.
I used Snow Trooper against a Night Sister team, and it was ridiculous. It was like
I dropped him already, man. Like he's like too slow for me. I don't know.
Who, Snow?
Yeah, because I mean,
he's going to get the buff from Stark.
Team, yeah, but against the zombie team, because the problem with zombie, right? She reses twice, and then the whole team falls apart for me.
Oh,
I
really?
mean, even yeah, it was just it. You know, you whack zombie, I guess, and then she comes back.
Yeah, they're getting Terminator and.
Yeah, it wasn't very good.
Yeah, it's hard. That team doesn't work as well 3v3 because you don't have Death Troop doing his thing. Yeah. That's the thing I don't like about 3v3 is like it completely changes the dynamic of everything we've been spending for me the last 3 years working toward. It's like it completely throws off my team. It's like either I focus on 3v3 and change stuff, which I just don't want to do, or I'll just stick with the 5v5 and do well there. You know, and I've just made that decision. You know, 3v3 is fine, and people are enjoying it and having fun. Glad for you. It just I'm sticking with what I've worked toward for everything else.
Absolutely.
You know, because I got lucky with the team because they did not have a Gear 10 zombie, so it made it easy. I mean, he still does his thing, right? She still does the rest thing, but it made it super easy to be like. Just mow them down. So you make a good point. But yeah, Stark is the key. First Order looks fine. If you want to, you can eventually take them to at least Gear 11. Don't forget about Phasma, but Kylo Ren, First Order. Executioner is one you may eventually want to start working on. He is nasty. I mean, he is Farquaad. I cannot say enough good things about Executioner.
I actually have him on my alt and love him.
He's ridiculous. Yes. He is nasty. He goes and does his basic. He gets Terminator. He goes and does his big hit. He kills something. He goes in and he does his basic. Gets more health. Goes and does his big hit. He does even more damage. It's like, oh my god, he's ridiculous. All right, so First Order looks solid. Just need some gear. Let's see who we
just kind of ignored them after I got BB-8.
Yeah, Scoundrels, Rogue One. Let's look at Rogue One. Rogue One looks fine. Just need some gear on him. Eventually, turret and base would be something I'd focus on first, because you can use those two in combinations in 3v3 and other places. But you've got them unlocked some stars, so that's good. Scoundrels, I love looking at Scoundrels. Let's see what you got. All right, you're working on your Emphas. Keep working on your Emphas Nest. She is one of the most amazing characters in the game. I use her just to go 1v5 in 5v5 battles. That's how good she is. Like, that is an instant win. You can just send her in, especially 3v3. You can send her in and be like, auto, win. That's how good she is. The other character you can do that too for certain teams is Wampa, because you're just making him more angry. And he gets harder and harder. So Wampa and Nephis are two characters that you can get a lot of points from just by using them single usage. They're that good. So Emphas is a character. I see you got the Zeta on her, Gear 11, 4-star. Definitely a character to keep working on. And the rest just kind of, they're fine. I can see you haven't been working on the other, but unfortunately, eventually when
things.
Yes, I know it's not a priority, but Emphas is. Emphas is a character that
I'm doing her node. So.
Yes, keep doing her node. Keep working on her. She has 2 nodes. She has a regular node and she has the ship node, so you can actually get her.
She has a regular node.
I'm pretty sure she does, unless
she only has the ship node.
Never mind. I'm thinking somebody else.
No, just Fleet.
Just Fleet. She's just a fleet. Never mind, I'm retarded.
And then we're waiting for the stupid Galactic Bounties 2 to return so we can actually farm her from that. But apparently that's never coming back. I don't know what the hell's going on with that. I missed that one. That one was a good one with Enfys and Visas. I missed that.
Yeah. I didn't have good bounty hunters the last time that came out.
Now you
but now that you do, you're never going to see it again.
Yeah.
It's like they knew.
Lady Farquaad's trying to get...
Let's cancel the Galactic Bounties forever.
Your Sith look really, really solid. I had no problems there. The only one, if you ever decide to do something with, maybe Sith Trooper. But the other ones are all Gear 12. Got the Zeta on them. Fantastic. So Sith look really fun. Bounty Hunters we looked at. The Night Sisters we looked at. Old Republic, we looked at Resistance.
Ouchie, it says Galactic Bounties 2 is coming in like 2 days, but I don't believe it until it actually happens. But I see it on the events table. I saw it this morning, and the first thing I did was say, nope, I don't believe it. So until I can actually do the event, I do not believe Galactic Bounties 2 is coming. That's all I got to say.
Finn, you're an idiot. That's the most ridiculous logic I've ever heard. All right.
There's several things that you can see, but then they aren't there when it's actually time.
Right. All right. Finn, you're on a timeout. Take the crayons. Go join Grande. Overall, though, just looking at your characters and who you're farming, Farquaad, you're doing a fantastic job. You got Chewie. You're working on your Ewoks. Next go around for C-3PO. And I'm sure you'll have him when he comes back around. And then I know for sure you'll be able to get Revan. Revan's really going to open up your roster for what you can do. But you've done a really good job with your roster. I mean, is there anything you're seeing, Finn, in the roster that you want to mention or say?
No, I mean, she's been building up her roster really well. So yeah. I like the way that it's coming together. The only thing is, so here's a separate question. Anything you're doing fine in Fleet. You're doing much better in Fleet than you are in regular arena. Are you facing any difficulties that are preventing you from getting into the top 10? Because I see you're like 17, and usually in the top, like the upper end of the top 50 or the lower end of the top 20. What is your difficulties going up there? Because we can look at some characters potentially to help you with that.
I don't know. This is kind of silly. But I'm not in my fleet shard chat, and I don't know. I get nervous hitting people higher up. Like I'm gonna step on toes, and then they're gonna target me. It's like a fear of mine. So I just am like very timid about trying to go too
Gotcha.
high.
Have you tried to join your fleet shard?
Haven't.
You should.
Okay. Do you want help finding your fleet shard?
Sure.
Okay. We will help you with that afterwards.
Okay.
There we go.
Cool.
That can help solve some of your problems. So, and so all of you guys that are like getting into the top 10 and stuff, or top, I should say at least top 50, but more towards the top 20 in your squad arena and your fleet arena, it's a really good idea to reach out to your chat.
I agree.
All chats are handled a little bit differently, so each one's going to have kind of their own little nuance. But now with time zone changes, they're getting a little bit more friendly, I'll say.
Before, I could stay in the top 20 and like do one battle a day and not move.
Yeah.
And then when so it didn't bother me. I was like, oh, I can get 100 crystals and not have to do anything.
Yeah.
And but then when everyone had the option to change, now all of a sudden I get booted out of the top 20 sometimes.
Well, yeah, you're
that'll happen now, but you once you find your fleet chat and then you get a little bit more used to it, you'll be higher up at the end of your payout, and then you'll drop a little bit less. So hopefully that'll work out.
Yeah, and do your 5 battles for arena PvP. I'm looking at your mods. I just pulled your mods up. Your mods look great. Keep working on those blues and purples. Right? Let's see if we can keep slicing. You need to be slicing right now. And see how many we can get to higher level, because when I go down the page, there's a lot of mods. It's like, okay.
I like the lack of 6E. I have to say, I like the lack of 6E because you don't have a huge number of Gear 12 characters, and that would be really restrictive. but you have them on the right character.
Yeah, I did 2 like right away, and I was like, I don't know what I'm doing.
Well, I think a lot of us were like that.
We remodded her arena team yet.
Oh
There
my
you go.
God.
See,
Oh,
we
Jesus.
talked
Oh,
about
God.
you. I know you
Oh,
wanted us to be
God.
mean, but we're not as mean. So we brought in Hideous in order to
Oh,
be.
my
Hi,
God.
Hideous.
Oh,
Hello, Affinity.
oh my
What the hell
God.
is the meaning of all of
Oh
this?
my God.
What's this?
Jesus.
Oh, your nonsense, then.
Oh well, my nonsense is constant.
Yes.
It's
Yes.
a constant flow of nonsense.
But Hideous isn't mean to me. He's helpful.
He can't be because Grande will yell at him. So let's take a look at your arena team and see what you're doing for mods. And so, I mean, your mods were on
Looks like they're on the
the
arena team.
right characters, right? But what I'm noticing is,
Thrawn.
for example, your Thrawn. He has some of your fastest speed secondaries, but he doesn't have a speed set on. And I'm taking a look at your mods just to see what kind of speed secondary mods you have. And once it loads,
I haven't gotten great speed secondaries on my speed set.
they're actually not bad. I
No,
mean,
they're
you
not bad
have
at
a
all.
19 circle on Bosk. You have a 16 triangle on Scion. You have a 14 diamond on Bosk, and then with an arrow, that pretty much puts you there. And let's see. So if we have 19, 16, and 14 for those, and we look at what your Thrawn is currently, and I'm trying to bring that up here at the same time. So your Thrawn on the circle has a 21, right? So you would lose 2 speed there. If you put in the diamond, which is a 14, you currently have an 18, so you'd lose 4 there. So now we've lost 6. And your triangle is a 16, you have a 22, so you lose 6 there. So even if you did those 3, right, you would lose a total of about 12 speed. But putting a speed set on Thrawn will give you 15 speed. So your speed will actually go up by about 3. There's actually probably a different mod, and I'd have to go through and check, but those are probably the ones that you would replace, and you would be able to get a fairly decent speed set. You would get Thrawn about 3 speed faster. It would free up some of your non-speed set mods in order to fill in gaps for some of the other characters. Your Emperor Palpatine, you currently have. Why is your Emperor Palpatine missing a triangle?
Ah!
Probably stole it yesterday.
Ah.
Um,
Put that back.
I was struggling with that Chewie event, and I was like, I don't know.
Okay.
It made my head.
So
explode
easiest way to
almost.
do that, right, is to set up. Have you done anything with mod
I
loadouts?
haven't.
Okay.
No.
So that's
I
what you
need
want to do. You want to create a set, right? And you don't have to go through all of your characters because you're still kind of working up your mods a little bit. You have good mods, but you still obviously need to get more mods in order to fill out like your
More
entire.
slicing.
And so what you'll want to do is for your arena team, at least make mod loadouts for those. And those will be your like arena mods. And so every time you need like let's say you're trying to go for the Chewie event and you need a set of mods, you can move mods from one character to the other just using the loadouts and then very easily put it back on the character. It makes the transferring for those kind of events much easier when you don't have a whole plethora of mods at your disposal.
He said
I
plethora.
hate moving mods, so I had never done it before.
Okay.
I've never like moved them from characters for an event before.
Yeah,
This
mod
is
loadouts
just
are
very
awesome.
I love what
frustrating.
Alchie Dumpling just said. She said, y'all be nice to DH or you'll have to deal with me. By the way, F you DH, heart.
That's the only way to do that.
I
You always
can't.
got to put a heart after it. Because it is a term of endearment.
I
People
guess.
don't know that. They think it's an insult, but it's not. It means we love you, DH.
Don't ever love me like that, please. Ever.
To address what Liliana was saying, I meant the cool kids, not Liliana. We voice chat every night.
Darth Hades, don't be picking fights while you're alive, all right? This ain't.
Yeah, don't be calling me.
Yeah, this isn't the Darth Hades. Well, shut up, Finn. You invited him. I don't know why you did that.
I know. I didn't say I was a cool kid.
No.
I'm actually kind of the opposite.
No, no, you're kind of cool, Finn. I'll give you that.
That's a lie.
That's true. You are. But don't be coming in here picking fights and stuff, idiots. All right, you got to act somewhat civil.
Oh, if when it comes to Liliana, that fight's already been picked a long
Well,
time ago.
then get a room. Damn, we don't want to see that crap.
Well, we've got a room. They just haven't built the cage yet.
All right, get her in here. Let's have it out. Finn, send her the damn link to.
All right, so we're kicking out Hideous. Is that what we're doing?
No,
now?
Keep Hideous in here. Bring Liliana in, and then we
Oh
can
my
just have a
God.
fight.
Boy!
All right, before this starts getting out of control.
No, let's do it. Let's rock. Two enter, one leave. Let's make it happen.
My money's on Liliana. Okay,
yeah, I'm gonna go.
Liliana. Is there anything else you want us to look at, Farquhar? We need to work on your mods are in a good position, but they're still kind of a little bit.
You have to go the right places.
Yeah, I mean, they're not in wrong places, but now you're at the point where it's no longer just kind of throwing your best mods. That's like the first step, right? Is to throw your best mods on your arena team. You're beyond that now. You're getting to the advanced level. And so with that, you're now trying to optimize each of your characters for what they need to do. So Emperor Palpatine, depending on what you're facing, is going to need potency and speed. And so you're going to try and focus on that. Thrawn is all about speed, pretty much all speed. Vader, pretty much all speed. You can use some potency cross and stuff in order to get some of the dots to land. Nihilus and Scion are going to be speed as well, but you're going to also want to time them correctly depending on who you're facing. Where you're at is probably not as important, and so you're going to make Scion your second fastest, and then Nihilus probably your third fastest, and just kind of set up your team accordingly. But again, you're at the point now where now you're going to try and optimize your roster more than just throwing your best mods on your reading team.
There you go.
We're putting you in the advanced class, Farquhar.
Yes, you've done a very good job. You've done a really good job with your roster. You're focusing on the right things. Keep focusing on that. Let's get your Night Sisters rocking and rolling, and let's finish up Ewoks. You've got your Old Republic ready. I think those two finish up gearing your Chewie and some of those other characters we mentioned. Let's get some speed mods on Stark. Let's get your Night Sisters going, and I think you'll be in a really, really good spot. Sound like a plan?
Embarrassed for Ouchie to see my Night Sisters.
Well, you've had other priorities.
That's okay. She says she loves you, and I don't think this is gonna change.
No, I don't think that's gonna.
She might look at you a little different, but that's not gonna change.
So, Dr. Finn, we just did Farquhar's. We just did her roster review. How can folks get a roster review?
Simple. Just PM me on the RSG Discord. So I Infinity on the RSG Discord. All you have to do there is go find me, PM me, send me your GG link, and I will add you to the queue. Now, the queue is fairly long right now. I think in the new year, we're going to probably start out doing a lot of double roster review lunch streams here in order to catch up, because we don't want to keep you guys waiting too long on your roster reviews. A lot of things change in this game the longer you wait. So we do want to try and get it to about a month and a half maximum, about 6 weeks. That was kind of what we were aiming for. We're kind of at like 2 months right now with the amount of people requesting roster reviews. So we're going to try and speed that up for you guys to get through more roster reviews here at the start of the year, so we can start catching up and put you guys on a better schedule with whenever you request versus when you get it. So be on the lookout for that in the new year. And yeah, just message me on the Discord. That's simple.
Amazing. All right. So
it's time for the Hit Game Show, Ranger.
What it is?
It is. It is time for the Hit Game Show, brought to you by Sanely Red. Guess that Die Hard character or something.
That completely threw me off.
All right. So Sanely, you can explain the game. And Loki, is this the first time you're playing this with us on the lunch stream? I don't think you've played Guess That Ginger or any variant, have you?
Oh, I don't. No, probably not.
Oh, right. So this is a good way to end out the year. So we're gonna have Loki and Hideous playing the Sanely Red game as we go into the new year in the last lunch stream.
Hey! Who volunteered me to play this?
Okay, fine. No more Hideous. No Hideous. Hideous is gonna stay very quiet.
Did you say who's the Die Hard character?
Well, what is Sanely will explain it. It was previously Guess That Ginger.
So it's like Carl Winslow.
They've run out of gingers to guess, so now we're guessing other things.
So what are we guessing today, Sanely?
Okay, so this is going to be various trivia relating to Die Hard. And this time it's not going to be multiple choice. There's only going to be one answer, and you have to guess it.
Okay. So the answer is Chuck Norris for all of them, right?
No.
Damn it.
Okay, let's get started. Die Hard was the big screen debut of Alan Rickman, who had previously only appeared on stage and on British television. How old was Alan Rickman at the time?
Oh, dude, I don't know that, man.
What the? I'm gonna guess.
He was like
24.
No, he was like 45 when he did that. I think around that age.
Yeah, I was gonna guess 40. That was my initial.
I'll guess 36.
I bid $1, Bob.
Yeah, closest without going over. We'll make that the rule because I don't think we're gonna get it on the head.
Okay, if it's closest without going over, then I guess Ranger got it because it's 41.
41.
Ooh.
Oh wait, no, actually,
hit,
he did
hit,
go
hit,
No,
over.
he went
40.
Yeah, 40, so it'd be hideous.
Yeah, I knew. Yeah, he was an older cat when he did that.
All right.
Okay, this movie features German terrorists. Can you guess which character in the movie is the most German?
It was.
Hitler?
I'm trying to think. It was. It wasn't
Which-
Alan Rickman, and it wasn't the blonde-haired guy. I think he's like from Scandinavia or something like that.
Scandinavia.
Well, the region, you know.
And I'm not
Which is the
talking about
most
their-
Norway.
German? That is the question.
Yeah. Like,
I
which
think-
person who played a part in the movie? You know, like
It was
you know,
one of the henchmen, and I can't.
That's the most
is
German
most
descent.
German.
Carl Winslow.
Carl.
No. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. I think that's wrong.
Bruce Willis is German. How about that?
Yep, he's correct.
That's
Yes.
was my initial instinct. But it was
Really?
too-
Wow.
too obvious.
I don't know.
It was
Bruce
too
Willis
obvious.
was born in West Germany to an American father and German mother, whereas the two main terrorists, Alan Rickman, is from England and Alexander Gudinoff is Russian.
Huh.
Okay, so which classical song was the musical theme for the terrorists?
Oh. Damn.
Is this sad that I have the Dutch troll song from South Park in my head as a result of that question?
Telling is what it is.
Just picturing
Very
the whole
telling.
Dutch thing from South Park now.
Hmm.
And there goes Finn.
Okay, so that happened.
Classical scores are not my area of expertise.
No,
so I wouldn't
Bach.
know.
I'm gonna say
Was it-
Silent Night.
It was what is it? It's the
Or no.
it's the one with it's the Viking one.
It's Johnny Come Marching Home Again.
No, it's not. It's
that was the third
The one
one.
with Brunhilde, the German one. Oh, Jesus, I can't think of the name of it. Flight of the Valkyries or something like that.
It's great.
I'm guessing the name of it.
Flight of the Valkyrie is a Christmas song?
Making me think too
It wasn't a
hard,
Christmas song, right? He said song score, right? For the bad
I'm
guy.
just saying which classical song.
Oh,
Classical song, yeah.
Du hast.
Too
No, it's not.
honest.
Fine.
That's
They're
a
not
classic
classical
song. Not a
Reinstein, he's
classical.
like, Guten
Du hast
Weiben, Garden.
Rammstein.
Besten Goberschei. I have no idea what the words are, but I'm just gonna make guttural noises.
Right.
Du hast me.
Oh
Yeah,
my
speaking of
God.
which, I'm actually going to go see Rob Stein next summer.
I know, I hate you.
That's awesome.
All right, I don't
Okay,
think we have.
We give, I give, we
Yeah,
give
you
up.
guys didn't get that one. It's Beethoven's Ode to Joy.
Oh yeah, that's definitely not
Wow.
wrong.
Oh yeah, da 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 da. Oh Jesus, is it Beethoven or is it Bach that wrote that? I guess it maybe was Beethoven.
No,
But it
it's
looks Feinbach knew it first.
Beethoven.
Okay,
Okay, which person who was in Die Hard is in real life related to Macaulay Culkin?
Ooh.
Carl
Reginald Bell
Winslow.
Johnson.
But actually, his name is no longer that. It is he legally changed his name to Macaulay Culkin.
Yes, he did.
That's
Oh.
correct.
the artist formerly known as Macaulay Culkin.
I still don't know how the McRib is back didn't win as a middle name.
What do you mean? The McRib is awesome. Shut up, Finn.
No, Macaulay Culkin had like a thing
That
for
was
his
the options.
viewers to pick his middle name. And one of the options was the McRib is back as his option. So he could have been Macaulay, the McRib is back, Culkin. And instead, Macaulay Culkin won. I don't know how people didn't vote the McRib is back as his middle
I'm
name.
sure they did, but then McDonald's Mick called him up and said, "You're going to get McSued if you do this." So
I don't think you can. You can make your name whatever the hell you want. I'm pretty sure you can make your name any kind of trademark thing because it's your name. I don't think restricted from becoming your name.
I would have gone with McLovin myself.
Well, that wasn't an option.
Well, that's fail.
Sorry, we're totally getting distracted because we have no idea. Same.
Danny Glover.
Really? What?
Danny Glover wasn't in.
I'm firing a guess off.
I'm assuming Danny Glover is not related to Macaulay Culkin, but I have no clue.
Or Carl Winslow.
Okay, we have 3 for Carl Winslow and 1 for Danny Glover. I think right now, sanely.
Nobody wins.
I think we're definitely failing your quiz today.
Okay, so the answer was Bonnie Bedelia, who played Holly McLean, the wife of John McClane. And she is actually Macaulay Culkin's aunt.
What? Wow.
Zeus.
We are failing your quiz, Stanley.
I didn't know that.
That's
I'm actually
fine.
learning quite a lot. I like it.
Which Hollywood actor owned the rights to the novel Nothing Lasts Forever, on which the film is based, and planned to star in the film around the early 80s?
Bruce Willis.
No.
Ouchie says Ted Danza.
Sylvester Stallone.
Kevin Bacon.
Val Bacon.
Val Bacon.
Okay, so we have Val Bacon, Kevin Bacon, Sylvester Stallone, Ted Danza, and Bruce Willis as the answers, I think, right now.
And Zeus.
And Zeus. Are any of those correct?
No. It was Clint Eastwood.
Okay.
Oh, wow.
So close.
So close. I guess it's true. Clinton is pretty close to Zeus. I think we can give a point to Loki.
Okay, which actor had to be asked if he wanted to star as the main character, since the novel the movie is based on is a sequel, and they were contractually obligated to offer him the leading role?
Bruce Willis?
No.
Wait, I thought this was related to Die Hard.
Well, it is.
So Danny Glover.
Oh, there was a first pick. That's what he's saying.
Oh,
Who
somebody
was
else.
contractually obligated to be
I got you.
because this movie is based off a novel, which is a sequel to something that was already made into a movie.
Clint Eastwood.
Nope.
It's too quiet.
My brain melted.
I feel like Chuck Norris is the only appropriate answer here right now. Now, with that said, I'm going to hide.
Chuck Norris is obligated to be asked for every single role. Don't you know that, idiots?
Exactly, Finn. Exactly. Science.
Okay, so the answer was Frank Sinatra, who was 73 at the time, who starred in the movie The Detective, which came out in 1968.
What?
I didn't even know that was a sequel.
Wow.
Yeah.
I hadn't even come out in 1968 yet.
Me either.
Not produced yet.
What is happening?
Damn. God, Grim Gus Grande.
Well, I mean, he is a big.
He is a pretty big deal. He has to be asked.
Yeah. He gets first pass at all scripts.
Yeah. Ruby Clausy got it right, though. He did say Sinatra. He spelled it wrong, but yeah. I think
Very
he got
nice.
it right. Very nice.
Now that is
Then a star.
trivia knowledge.
Mm-hmm.
The movie takes place at the fictional Nakamori Tower. Which building is this in reality?
Empire State Building?
Nope.
No, this was in Chicago, wasn't it? It was in
Sears Tower.
Yeah.
Or Willis Tower. What?
The Chrysler Building?
Nope.
The Transamerica Building.
Nope. Okay, it's the headquarters of 20th Century Fox, which was in the process of being built at the time.
Huh.
Oh. Damn, Stanley, you find some interesting pieces of trivia. God damn.
Mm-hmm.
Science.
This is
Okay,
science.
what was the favorite snack of Sergeant Al Powell in the movie?
Hey, want to say that again?
Favorite what?
What was the favorite snack
Oh,
of Sergeant
Twinkies.
Al? Yep.
Donuts.
No, it's Twinkies.
Twinkies.
You even listed out the ingredients: hydrogenated oil and all that. Finn probably watched that. And was like,
Donut
that's,
Twinkie.
That's right. That's science.
Ooh, donut Twinkie. That does sound good.
Yeah.
Okay, and now I've got a bonus question because I knew you guys weren't going to do the great in the other question.
Oh, thanks. Jesus Christ.
Okay, so each right answer is worth a point. Which actors turned down the role of John McClane other than the aforementioned Frank Sinatra?
Well, it was Arnold Schwarzenegger, Kurt Russell,
Sylvester Stallone, Grande Patron.
Yeah, Grande Patron's got
Van Damme.
No, Van Damme wasn't on the scene yet, I don't think.
Dude, he was breakdancing and breaking.
Chuck Norris.
No.
Nope.
Mm,
So Ranger, you said
Mel
Schwarzenegger.
Gibson.
Who else?
Stallone, Schwarzenegger. I mean, I'm just thinking of the early 80s action stars that turned that down.
Michael Dudikoff.
And Ranger's correct with Arnold Schwarzenegger and Sylvester Stallone. Who else?
Mel Gibson.
Michael Ironside.
Yep. It was Mel Gibson, not Michael
Yes.
Ironside.
Damn. Those are my favorite actors.
Anybody else have any guesses?
I don't think who else. Who was an actor? When did Die Hard come out?
1988.
What about Tom Cruise?
Van Damme.
No, he's gonna be too young.
Oh, wait. Risky Business came out in 83, man. Best movie ever.
I know, but he was young to play like John McClane.
I like Ouchie's answer of Bill Murray.
Oh God.
Shouldn't be looking at chat.
Burt Reynolds.
Oh.
You cheater.
But I'm not guessing anything they say.
I'm trying to think who was big. Would
Did
Burt
you-
Reynolds be one of them?
Yeah. It's Burt Reynolds.
Who else? Damn it, 88. I'm sure it's somebody I know, but I can't. I doubt Al Pacino.
Cosby. No.
Bill Cosby.
Was that an
He
actual
turned down the
guess?
Yippee-ki-yay there, Mr.
My guess, yes.
Motherfucker, frickety
Yeah,
fracky,
Al Pacino.
frickety
Al
fracky.
Pacino was my guess.
Yep.
Oh, it was?
Eddie
Oh,
Murphy.
Nope.
Richard Pryor.
Not the role of Carl Winslow.
Sylvester Stallone.
I said
Ranger
that.
already got that
Yeah, I
one.
said that.
I think Ranger got that one, yep.
Yeah, I turned it down, because,
I'm just thinking of the Expendables now. Dolph Lundgren.
Wesley Snipes.
This list pretty much is the entire cast of
Robert
the
Downey?
Expendables, isn't it?
Would Robert
Sam
Downey
Jackson.
or
That dude was getting high, man.
or Mickey
I am
Rourke?
the
Those would be
nose
my last two guesses. Mickey.
Oh.
Mickey Rourke's a good one.
I'm out of ideas now on 88 actors.
Okay. Here's the full list. Sylvester Stallone, Arnold Schwarzenegger. As a side note, the script was at one point shopped around as a sequel to the movie Commando. Burt Reynolds, Richard Gere, Harrison Ford, Don Johnson, Al Pacino, James Caan, Mel Gibson, Robert De Niro, Nick Nolte. They basically went to every big actor
I
at the
said Kurt
time,
Russell, man. It's the same as
and
Nick
they
Nolte.
settled for Bruce Willis.
Good choice.
So the final count is Ranger with 3 points, Finn with 2, and also Darth Idiot with 2, and Loki with 1.
Yeah, I didn't do good.
Yes.
Hooray!
Yay, I didn't get last.
I did.
Yes.
Like it is Veda.
All right. that was actually really informative.
That was-
I did
Well,
not
I
know
didn't
that
know.
much about
Okay,
that.
yeah.
It's also
I know
not a
very
Christmas
well.
movie. It just happens to be a movie taking place at Christmas. So with
Blasphemy. I will not
It is a
hear
Christmas
this.
movie, dude.
Absolutely
takes
the
place
best Christmas movie
You're such
ever.
a dirty
Yeah.
pie hole fan.
Nope. It just
Except
takes place
Home
at
Alone.
Christmas. It is not a Christmas movie. Let's get to
It's a
questions.
Christmas movie.
I'll give you a Christmas.
Tangent Revolution. Question: still unable to unlock 7-star Chewie with Gear 12 Boss Zeta lead. Are there certain types of mods I should be using? And then he later put question. And of course, as soon as I ask the question about getting Chewie, I unlock him using a Boba lead, taking out Chewie first. So much for Boss Zeta.
Well, you have the right
That is-
Because they
strategy.
nerfed it, right?
Whatever
They
works.
changed the Zeta.
Whatever works.
No, whatever.
As soon as he's unlocked, he's unlocked. That's all that matters.
Whatever tickles your
Oh
pickle.
yeah, and congratulations on unlocking your Chewie.
That's right. Science.
Okay, Ouchie Dumpling. Question: Farquhar, are you being held against your will in Dark Lords? Blinked once for no, twice for yes.
Okay.
We don't have a camera, so we'll just assume that she said yes, and we have to find a way out.
Okay. Let's come up with a plan here to save Farquhar.
We'll figure it out. We'll watch Die Hard and come up with ideas.
Right.
I'm sure none of you understand the subtlety of Stockholm syndrome, but good luck saving that one.
Oh, there's
I like
ways,
being-
Hideous.
There's ways. There's always
I
a
like
way.
being in a guild with Hideous.
See?
Said no one ever.
Like I said. Good luck saving that one.
Nick Merck. Question: what are good 4th and 5th to go with CLS, Han, and Chewie?
For arena purposes, CLS, Han, Chewie, C3PO would be the other one. I don't know what the context is. Because if you have C3PO is definitely the 4th, and then your 5th can either be R2 or Thrawn. That's kind of the dominant team right now. If you're not using that, then some fun potential ones are Chirrut and Baze can be your 4th and 5th. You could also do Fulcrum Ahsoka and Old Ben. You could also do Old Ben and Captain Han. You can do R2 and Old Ben. Old Ben is a good tank with CLS, so you could always use that. You could always go with Kenobi as well. You can go GK Bears. I mean, I don't know the context in what he's doing or the roster to. There's a lot of possibilities for the 4th and 5th.
Oh, and Ouchie corrected me. It's not Dark Lords. It's Dirk Lords.
My god.
Good.
All right.
Robert Oakes. Question to anyone who knows for certain. How are ties in Grand Arena determined? No one in my guild seems to definitively know.
I
The
know.
3 players have 1 win. How are 3rd, 4th, and 5th place determined?
GP.
Okay. So
Yeah, it's
one thing
GP.
to realize it is GP
And
to
it's
break
not.
it.
And it's not the GP you went in with. It's the GP you have currently.
Yeah. The GP also doesn't. Wait. No, I'm pretty sure it's the GP you
No,
go in with.
it's not. It's the GP you have.
I'm
when
pretty
you-
sure they're
Good old
like,
Maurice
the-
just had this happen, and he figured it out. So it's been. He was able because he actually
So
felt
good old
bad.
Maurice was trying to sandbag his GP. and
No,
it didn't work.
he did because the guy had GP ahead of him, and he fought him, and they tied, right? And so he won, thinking that he was going to lose because he won. He's like, wait a minute, I had less GP in this, and then they wouldn't look at the GP, and it was based off the GP they had at the moment. So that's what,
Oh, because he raised up his GP.
yeah, why the event was going on, so. That's not 100%, but it's pretty close because that's what good old Maurice was able to find out. Because it didn't make sense that he would have won on a tie. There's no way if it was GP before the event that was being counted, it was GP that was being calculated after the event, like whoever had the higher GP after you did the battles and stuff.
Okay. But it also doesn't matter for the final rewards. The only time it really matters is for the
Just for the
individual
battle, yeah.
rounds. If you tie on banners, who wins? The final rankings is based on basically your win-loss. And even though they separate 2, 3, and 4, the reward payouts are exactly the same. The way it works out is rank 1 is going to have 3 wins. Rank 2, 3, and 4 is going to have 2 wins. Rank 5, 6, and 7 are going to have 1 win. And rank 8 is going to have 0 wins. So all of them have the same payout for a particular reason. They base it on the win-loss. So even though there is a 5, 6, and 7, the rewards are exactly the same. So the
It
tiebreaks
don't matter. If you ain't first, you last.
Yep. So there you go.
Rampage. Question: do you think Jedi Luke will be released in a new raid?
No.
Ooh.
No.
They already
No.
started the journey with Luke. If they put him in a raid, that would be the silliest journey ever.
Yeah.
Let's start one character on a journey and let's just throw him into a raid elsewhere. No, it's very unlikely they'll do that.
Tangent Revolution. Question: Grandmaster Yoda or Jolie Zeta first for a Revan team?
You have to have, yeah, Jolie's got to be priority because you can still do a lot of damage and stuff with Grandmaster Yoda without the Zeta, but Jolie's really, you need that Zeta. Loki is on it today and talking.
Pizza the Hut. Question: I'm gearing all the bounty hunter pilots. The rest of the faction is very weak. Out of Embo, Aura, and Django, who should I prioritize? Any worthwhile Zetas? I focus on ships, raids, and Grand Arena / territory wars.
What do you think there, Loki?
Django.
And why do you pick Django?
You can have another team for defense on Grand Arena, so he's a leader. And I think he's the better leader out of the three that you chose from. And he's got purpose. I mean, you can use him on offense. I think he's pretty good. He's good on defense with I think it's Boba and Nest is like a really good team. So, I would do that, and you can have Bosk for defense and Django for either defense or offense. It gives you two teams.
Science. There you go.
Yeah.
What else? 73. Question: when using C-3PO with a CLS / Rebel team, what are the most important abilities to level up? Happy Friday, everyone.
Yes.
All of them.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
I mean, I can't. It's hard for me to answer this because I just went ahead and did all the Omegas and Zetas, so they're all important to me.
Yeah. I don't think you need the Zetas, honestly.
I went and did it, and it's nice.
Yeah. I'm a sucker, and I did him, but I don't think you need him. Finn brought up a good point on one of the streams was if you're going to use R2 with C-3PO, then do that Zeta that benefits both of them. But if you're not going to use R2, like if you're going to use C-3PO with an Ewok team, then you don't need to Zeta that one. So, but I would Omega everything. He's good.
He's sick. That Rebel team, man, is sick, Loki.
He's sick in the Ewok team, man.
Yeah, they're both really
Holy
nasty.
crap.
But like with the Rebel team, they get going, and you may not ever get a chance. If they get going, it's nasty how hard they hit in. Like you have no shot. It's like oh my god, what is this?
Max Dog. Question: should I be modding Nest with health or protection?
Speed and health.
Tenacity.
Yeah, health definitely.
Yeah, health is what is calculated for the bonus protection.
Yeah.
Yep. Yeah, you don't need protection on Enfys. It goes away anyway. So I should say there is one situation where maybe you want protection, and that's if you're fighting a Revan team and you're using Enfys to try and be your tank. But that's kind of been negated with all the new changes and stuff. So.
JLY9. Question: thoughts on splitting up CLS / Han / Chewie team for 3v3, CLS Chirrut, Baze, and R2, Chewie, Han.
I split them up, but not with those.
This one is okay, but that second one.
Yeah, there's no leader there. I actually got a defense in one of my earlier rounds before the final round where I had Akira, Han, and Chewie, and the guy wasn't able to beat it. Now, it was on the back wall, so obviously he had kind of used stuff in the front. So it was kind of a later attack, but I put Han, Chewie with Kira lead in the back, and I was watching as he did, I think it was 3 attacks, and Han gets his auto attack at the beginning, right? And then he recovers protection. So every time I was watching, he either fed it turn meter, and then the next time he came in, Han ended up with more protection than the previous attempt. So it was actually pretty neat. So that would be the other team I would potentially consider depending on what you're doing with your other scoundrels and stuff. But I really like that team.
What else? 73 question. What's the goal going to be for the steel cage match where Hideous gets whipped? We get to watch to help the ACS.
Oh, that would be pretty cool. Liliana beating up Hideous for the American Cancer
100,000. We'll put the starting goal at $100,000.
to see Liliana beat up Hideous.
Yep.
I'm
We
almost
may-
tempted to
we-
actually put it up there.
Put it up there, $100,000, because an event like that's going to be expensive to put on anyway. So you're going to have to cover the cost of
true.
getting.
But we don't get any of that 100,000. All of that goes to the ACS, so we wouldn't be able to cover it with that.
Oh. Problematic.
Yep. Like I said, we don't get any of the money that goes into Tiltify. It goes straight to the American Cancer Society. So even though you're donating to that stuff, it's like we don't touch a penny.
Right.
So we'll have to figure out how to put on that production.
Okay, what else? 73 question. Does Samey have a healthy enough obsession with Die Hard, or does he need to know more minute details about the greatest Christmas movie ever?
Well, if it was a Christmas movie, maybe.
It is a Christmas
It is.
movie.
Yeah, it's a
Yeah.
good, it's a great movie.
It's a great movie. It is.
Sequels, they're hit and miss.
We had a good idea. A GoFundMe for the production cost to put it on the show.
Chewy, question: do you think Django or any of the other bounty hunters will be getting a ship, and if so, which ones and what ships?
Django getting the ship.
When you get it, Slave 1, Episode 2, or whatever.
Right. The new Slave 1.
The new old Slave 1.
Yeah. I can't see any other bounty hunters getting ships. Maybe Slave 1 would be the only one I could see. I don't see any more ships coming out for bounty hunters. Maybe Aura Singh? Maybe Django? That's the only two possibilities that even come close into my head. Yeah.
For the record, at the end of the Bruce Willis roast on Comedy Central, he declared that Die Hard was not a Christmas movie. So
Nobody cares.
you all
man.
can suck it. That's all I got to say.
Okay, yeah, because we care what Bruce Willis has to say.
Yeah,
Next
yeah.
question.
It's like the actor that plays John McClane in Die Hard doesn't matter. Yeah.
His opinion really
Yeah,
doesn't
it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Okay.
Huh. I just looked up Aura Singh's ship, and it's actually a small capital ship.
No?
So if the bounty hunters ever get a capital ship, it's probably going to be Aura Singh.
Oh, creamy.
Ski Trooper, question: with C-3PO bringing CLS back into the meta, does Learn Control have any value to finish off CLS, or is it still of little value?
I'm torn. I don't think I've done that one. Well, let me look. I'll look after this battle here. I gotta think about that.
You still don't need Learn Control. Learn Control is a nice thing to have. It just depends on what other Zetas you have.
Yeah, I'm just having a hard time trying to see what I really need.
I've definitely seen single Zeta CLSs doing perfectly fine with
Yeah.
that C3PO team. So if you're asking if it's necessary, no. Does it help? Of course.
Yeah.
All the Zetas pretty much help with whatever team you're going to do.
I did
but-
it because I like
Yeah.
the critical.
It is a good Zeta.
And
So, but you don't need it.
the one I didn't. You definitely don't want to do is just. You don't need his leader.
Yeah. You really only need It Binds All Things. You can do the leader, you can do Learn Control. Neither of them is needed for anything. So
Right.
if you're trying to conserve your Zetas, yeah, don't bother.
Science. Next question.
Chewy, question: when do you think 3PO will return, and when/what do you think the next legendary will be?
Well, he won't
Malik.
be back until March or April, at least, right?
Yeah, he's probably going to be about 3 months out now.
Next legendary is going to be. They're going to bring back Revan.
I'm gonna say it's Malik.
You think it's gonna be Malik Poor
I'm
Raven?
gonna say it's Millennium Falcon.
Ooh, Millennium Falcon, good call.
That is a good call. I actually forgot about that. Well, yeah, that's a good call, Loki. I forgot about that one.
Indigo, Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes. Question: how did you guys all finish in Grand Arena? Any still undefeated through all?
Hideous is right. I think Hideous won both of his first 2 Grand Arenas. I reached the finals in both and lost subsequent finals, so I am now 4-2 with the loss in the finals for both.
Yeah, I don't know what
I am 4-2 as well.
That was correct. I am 6-0.
Loki, how about you?
I won my last one, so I swept.
Okay, so you're 6-0 also, right? Because you won the first one.
Yeah.
Okay, and then Ranger.
I don't know what my record is, honestly. I haven't been tracking that.
Are we counting the 2 exhibitions? Because
No, we won't count those because those were a little weird.
they were bugged. So
Well,
yeah.
we know you lost one because of your wife. Right?
Yes.
Yeah.
That sucks so bad. You lose track for a second, and it's like you come back. No, because I lost by 6 points because I had to go back in, and I lost 20 points just from having to go back and finish her off. I was like, oh my god, that is the suck. But it's fine. What is
Okay,
Not
Max
good.
Dog. Question: which combo to gear up first for Grand Arena? Vandor, Chewie, L3, or Mission/Zalbar?
I like me a
Mission Zalbar.
Yeah, they're nasty. Really?
I would definitely go Mission Zalbar, and I would actually say it would be adding Vandor to make the 3 of them. I think L3 is nice, but I think it really is Vandor, Chewie, Mission, and Zalbar that end up being the 3 key components. And depending on who you have, actually, the better 2 would be Zalbar and Vandor, because you can put Enfys with the same team as Zalbar. It's not as good, right? But Enfys can still work well with that team because she's just really, really hard to kill. Mission does it through stealthing. Enfys just does it through being able to stay alive. So I would actually say the 2 that you want to work up would be Vandor and Zalbar, because Vandor needs a Zeta. Mission would be the next, and then L3.
Darth Telewackmanacker. Question: can you use gym mats and extension cords instead of cage for the Liliana versus Darth Hideous match? Will that be budgetable?
Our budget is 0. So here's what's happening, right? So anything that goes to the ACS stuff doesn't come to us. It goes directly to the ACS, whether it's to the ACS page or Tiltify. So we don't see any of that. The money that we get either comes through Patreon or through like the super chat and stuff, which right now we have the super chat off because we want you guys to donate to the ACS. With regards to the Patreon, we met our first goal, which covers all of our web stuff like the internet and all that we're using to make sure that we at least Ranger is able to get like the high-speed connections and all of that. So that's the first step. Now that we have a little extra, we are today using Zoom for the first time as our conferencing thing, which actually costs a monthly subscription. But it is so much better than Hangouts and Skype and Discord and all the other things we've been trying to use until we get to this point. So, we have nothing. All the money is literally, when we say the money goes back into the stream, we mean the money goes back into the stream. We don't have excess to do a lot of this stuff. So
Not yet. No.
Eventually, maybe we can actually fund a bungee cord cage for Liliana and Hideous to fight.
Sure.
At the current time, we don't have that. Or string. We don't even have enough for string.
Tisk.
I know. We ain't got enough for string cage. All right.
That was the final question.
All
I
right.
got some old chain link fence. I mean, we could construct a WWE style cell out of.
I'm fine. I am fine with
chain
using
link
whatever.
fence I got
I'm fine
in
with
the
using whatever.
backyard.
As long as Liliana is good with whipping you inside of any kind of cage, I am good.
Science.
$100,000.
Yeah, we can definitely think of the logistics on how we can get that all done.
You know how long I'm going to be in the hospital after this?
Yeah, nobody cares.
It's got to be
Yeah, we
worth
don't
it.
care. Yeah.
I mean, we
It's
got
gonna be for charity. That's okay. You're in
Yeah.
hospital for charity. It's okay. All right.
Lots of money to fight cancer for this one.
All right. So yeah, so that means we're
All
done.
right, we're done. So that means it is time to wrap up the big show here. Thank you guys for stopping by and checking us out. We do the lunch stream every Monday through Friday, typically 12 to whenever we get done. Usually now it's like almost 1:30 now by the time we get done. It used to be 1, but now it's 1:30. So you can check that out. If you haven't stopped what you're doing right now, hit that thumbs up. Help us monetize. It helps get spread our video out to the YouTube world. So if you could please help us with that, that would be great. Views are important, so are our likes. Also, if you haven't already, subscribe. If you like the content and you'd like to know when we're doing it, do a lot of live streaming, and we've got a lot big plans for 2019 to do a ton of it. So if you'd like to be a part of that and know when we're doing it, best way is to become a subscriber. Again, Finn already mentioned the Patreon, and then we've got the ACS stuff. And if you want to hit that up real quick, anything going on the ACS front?
No, just again, just to reiterate, we're trying to hit 4,500 before the end of the year, and we're 140 or so short. So if you guys would like to donate, especially as it's coming to the end of the year, and donate to a nonprofit and help with your taxes and all that kind of stuff, now is the best time to donate. We have the link to the Tiltify in the description, and one of the things, if nothing else, that you guys can donate towards is the wristband. So by donating $15 to that reward, we will send you a wristband, and I'm doing a massive mailing at the beginning of the year, so now is a good time to get it. So go ahead there and donate. There's still a lot of stuff available there, whether it's the raffle tickets for additional raffle tickets for the lightsaber that we give once we hit our 15,000 goal. We have a bunch of challenges, whether it's me wearing my silver and white wig with glitter and rhinestones, or Grande wearing the CG Carry Pool Boy shirt. We also have the really cool one giving away by Nukin, where he will give away either a Blue Yeti mic, a Lola headphone, or a Blue Nano mic. Whichever one is your choice. He will give that away to the winner of whoever donated to that challenge. So once we fill that 500, we're currently at 80 out of 500. Once we hit 500, everyone that donated to that challenge only, so not anywhere else, but if you donated to that challenge, you will be eligible to win one of those prizes from Nukin. So if you guys are interested in a really, really awesome mic, make sure that you guys donate to that challenge so you are in the sweepstakes for those items.
And everybody that donates is automatically registered for that huge lightsaber giveaway we're giving. The one-of-a-kind special Mary Jade Skywalker lightsaber. So you want to get your hands on that. So you can donate for two things. So you're donating for whatever event that you want, and then you automatically get qualified for the Mary Jade Skywalker lightsaber. So that's pretty cool too, I think. Anyway, me and Finn will not be winning that. Just want to throw that out there. Won't be us. All right, so check out our Discord if you haven't already. We got a great group of people in there. We encourage you to come hang out. We're hanging out there all the time, so please come check that out if you'd like to. With that being said, on behalf of myself and the RSG crew, thank you, Ms. Parquois, for letting us do a roster review today. With that, we will holler at you guys later. Peace.